There's a brand new Star Wars movie coming to theaters in 2027 starring Ryan Gosling. It's directed by Sean Levy, and somehow we still know surprisingly very little about it. But that might actually be a good thing, because Star Wars Starfighter is shaping up to be one of the most mysterious Star Wars movies in years. So today, let's break down everything we officially know, the rumors and leaks circulating online, and some of the biggest theories about what this movie could actually be about. First, let's start with the basics. Star Wars Starfighter is being directed by Sean Levy, the filmmaker behind Deadpool and Wolverine, and stars Ryan Gosling in the lead role. Lucasfilm officially announced the movie as Star Wars Celebration in Japan in April of 2025. And unlike a lot of recent Star Wars projects, this one didn't get announced and disappear into development hell. Production actually began in the United Kingdom in 2025, and filming has since wrapped. Therefore, the movie is now in post-production. The current release date is May 28th, 2027, meaning Starfighter is scheduled to be the next major Star Wars theatrical film following The Mandalorian and Grogu. When does Starfighter take place? We actually do have an answer for this. The movie takes place approximately 5 years after Rise of Skywalker. That makes it the first Star Wars movie to directly explore this period of the timeline. And this is a pretty big deal, because after the Rise of Skywalker, the galaxy is basically a blank canvas. The First Order has been defeated, Palpatine is dead, the Resistance has won, and Rey has seemingly taken her first steps toward rebuilding the Jedi. But what happens next? That's the question Starfighter could finally start answering. And there's an important distinction here. Sean Levy has described this as an all-new standalone adventure with brand new characters. He has specifically said it isn't a traditional sequel or prequel, and that audiences shouldn't need homework from previous Star Wars movies to understand it. So don't expect Star Wars Episode 10, at least not just yet. Who's in this movie? Well, Ryan Gosling is obviously the biggest name attached to the movie, but he's not alone. The confirmed cast includes Flynn Gray, Matt Smith, Mia Goth, Aaron Pierre, Simon Bird, Jamel Westman, Daniel Ings, and Amy Adams. And here's where things get interesting. Lucasfilm has revealed almost none of their characters' identities, which means the internet is having an absolute field day trying to figure out who everyone is. What's the story? Well, officially, we don't really know. Lucasfilm has deliberately kept the plot under wraps. However, there have been several reports and alleged leaks that claim to reveal some major story details. One rumor making the rounds claims Ryan Gosling plays a character who is not a Jedi, but becomes responsible for protecting a young Force-sensitive character played by Flynn Gray. Another alleged plot leak claims that Amy Adams plays the boy's mother, and that she may herself be the one connected to the Jedi. According to these reports, Gosling's character is getting tasked with getting the young Force-sensitive to safety while they are pursued by two major villains. Again, none of this has been officially confirmed by Lucasfilm, so treat it as rumor and not fact. But even if parts of this are accurate, it gives us a pretty interesting picture. This might not be a story about another legendary Jedi saving the galaxy. It could instead be about an ordinary person being thrown into something way bigger than himself. And honestly, that does sound very Star Wars. But now to cover the Rey theory, because some fans have been theorizing that Rey could actually have a role in this movie. Remember, the film takes place 5 years after the Rise of Skywalker, and we already know Rey is expected to be rebuilding the Jedi Order during this general era. Some online theories suggest that Force-sensitive child in Starfighter could eventually be connected to Rey's new order. There are even theories suggesting Gosling's character could be trying to deliver that child to Rey. But again, there is currently no official confirmation that Daisy Ridley is appearing in this film at all. What about the villains? This might be the biggest mystery of all. Matt Smith and Mia Goth are both in the movie, but the roles haven't been officially revealed, and Star Wars fans have already started speculating that one or even both of them could be playing the villain. Matt Smith is particularly interesting because he was originally cast in Rise of Skywalker in a role that was ultimately cut from the film. Naturally, that has led to plenty of fan theories about whether his Starfighter character could somehow connect to the Sith, the First Order, or another faction. Can this movie be different? Perhaps the most exciting thing about Starfighter is that Sean Levy seems determined to make something that actually feels new. He has talked about wanting the movie to capture the adventurous, funny, and heartfelt spirit of the original Star Wars. And Ryan Gosling has also praised the story, the characters, and Levi's enthusiasm for the project. It's important because Starfighter doesn't have to explain Darth Vader. It doesn't have to bring back Luke. It doesn't have to recreate the Clone Wars. It can simply tell a new Star Wars story. And that is something that the franchise desperately needs. What do you think? Do you think Rey will appear? Who do you think Matt Smith and Mia Goth are playing? And are you excited for a Star Wars movie that isn't directly connected to the Skywalker saga? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to keep up with everything happening in a galaxy far, far away, subscribe to Star Wars Explored. See you next time.